Where is Giannis Antetokounmpo going to end up? Kyrie Irving? Could Kawhi Leonard be on the move? Jaylen Brown? There's numerous players involved in rumors, and the NBA draft is coming up June 23rd. And leading up to that night, you're going to hear a lot of NBA trade rumors. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are in a weird spot because they've been linked to guys like Giannis. They've been linked to players in the back line like maybe Zion Williamson, Kyrie Irving, all these different players. Could it be Ja Morant coming to Minnesota? And the weirdest part about it is I honestly don't think Minnesota is going to do too much. I think it's going to be sort of a gap year. And I know fans watching this video, that's not what you want to hear because you want the big, juicy superstar. That is what every fan dreams of, right? Minnesota's in a weird position. See, they just don't have a lot of things that they can move. They don't have many picks left, right? They've moved a lot of their picks in the past, and, well, Jaden McDaniels would have to be involved in any trade for a high-level superstar like Giannis, and the Timberwolves just don't want to move Jaden McDaniels right now. They also have young talents like Naz Reid, Johan Berenjay, all these different players, and Minnesota would have to want to move them, and right now, again, Minnesota just hasn't shown any interest to moving some of those guys. Now, everybody that's in Minnesota probably wants to get rid of Julius Randle, and you start by thinking, well, Julius Randle's probably the guy to go, and we would probably throw a pick in there, and let's make a package to go out and get a player. Again, this isn't just going to fetch you anything you want. It's probably not going to get you that high level of a player just because Julius Randle's value isn't too high. It's why I have a different guy as the key to Minnesota's offseason and why I have them in a gap year. That's Rudy Gobert. And I know fans listening are probably like, why is Rudy Gobert your pick for this offseason and why is he so important? And he played at a defensive player of the year level all last season. Why would the Timberwolves want to move Rudy Gobert right now? And that's because I think Rudy Gobert's value is actually sky high right now. He did play at an all-defensive player of the year level last season, and the whole world, including NBA GMs, front offices, everybody in organizations around the NBA saw him go up against Nikola Jokic and shut him down in the playoffs. And that's probably the best offensive center we've ever seen, arguably one of the best offensive players the NBA has ever seen. And that just shows how valuable Rudy Gobert still is at his age. He's a walking top 10 defense every season. It does not matter what team he goes to play for. He turns them into that. And there's going to be a lot of teams around the NBA that you could talk yourself into bringing on that type of talent, like Charlotte, like Atlanta, like Toronto as an example. And you could really see Rudy Gobert's fit in their systems and how, at least in the regular season, that would make that team very, very good and have a very high floor. Now, Julius Randle would still probably go out in some type of a deal separately, and you would definitely cash in on the future if you're the Timberwolves. Why? Because Naz Reid deserves to start, and you deserve to see if Naz Reid can be a future piece for this team, or if you have to move him down the road. But it's time for Naz Reid to get more minutes and to start in the starting lineup. Then you're going to see, can Jaden McDaniels take another leap? And of course, Anthony Edwards as well. You're looking at the trio of the big three, so-called, that they have in Minnesota. The three guys that are young, that grew up together in Ant, Jaden, and Naz, and asking yourself, do we need to make another move in the future? Hence why you're going to take draft picks in this Rudy Gobert deal to give you that flexibility. You can let them have some growing pains, figure out where they need to exactly go out and make a deal and what type of player they for sure need to bring in so that you do not rush and make a panic deal for a star level player. That might not work out right now. Minnesota arguably has one big super swing left in the Anthony Edwards era, and you can't mess that up if you're Tim Conley. It's why the gap year makes a lot of sense, even though it's not the sexy option, is because, again, you're going to really find out what these guys have and if they're the future in Minnesota. It's going to be really fun, but let me know what you guys think of this. Do you agree with my take on this? I could be completely wrong and look like an idiot in a week or two if they end up trading for Giannis or somebody bigger. But until next time, as always, this is the Daily Wolves. Subscribe, and we're out.